Hello there, RJ Ibuki. Gonna send me song and I'll put them in watch later and we're gonna listen to them at the end of the stream. Oh wait, we still need to do the interlude. We can't just start chapter 17, man. Okay, this should be the last reading one. Next chapter. Oh, I unlocked the next chapter. Roland. A few. Roland stands by the hole, which has been tightly blocked by a collapsed cement block, and pats his hand as if he has just completed a warm-up exercise. Why'd you let them go? And they were the only variables to have any direct effect on Mother. As you can see, Mother has had an emotional fluctuation similar to fear for the first time. Hello Valics, hello Ibuki. What's your song? Did you post it already? You post 2 of them? You post 3 songs, bro? Choose one. Choose one and I'll add it in my special playlist. But I guess you'll go to sleep before we will react to them. Roland, only when it knows what fear is can we know it's evolving in the right direction. They still haven't left the sensory range of Mother. Don't you want to know what kind of stimulation can be generated by the only surviving variable so far? It'd be a shame to let such precious samples die so soon. I'm back, yo Valics, yo Rojack. Any song is allowed, only 1 song per person, bro. That's the rule. Around 30-ish minutes? Damn. How was your internet browsing today, guys? Were you using some, like, Cloudflare-based websites? Roland, think of it as an encore. I'm also curious to see how far they can make it. It's much more interesting than those drama in the tower, isn't it? Those dramas in the tower? Cinderlick furrows her eyebrows faintly. This isn't a part of the plan. Report this to their maester, let him make the final decision. Roland shrugs, neither agreeing or disagreeing. As you wish. Couldn't read your manhwas? Oh, by the way, new Chainsaw Man chapter released, right? Gotta read it after stream. Roland connects his comm link and Vonnegut's image appears on his terminal. How's the situation? Roland leans to one side, arms folded, and looks at Cinderlick leisurely as he awaits her to brief Vonnegut on the current situation. My negligence resulted in the centrifuge arrays that provided Mother with nutrition being destroyed. Without a constant supply of punishing virus, Mother has grown considerably weaker than before. Without human interference, Mother would have completed the task by now. Is that so? Vonnegut doesn't show any sign of anger upon hearing the sudden change of events, he only raises his eyebrows out of interest. I have no idea what you talk about, you didn't browse internet until now, Rojack? The whole internet died for a couple of hours. Actually, I don't know if it's back yet. I heard Twitter had some problems. And a lot of like many websites that are supported by Cloudflare. Cinderlick, I tried to repair the centrifuge arrays to ensure that the CPF can complete the final punishing supply despite the low power. Incubation has been postponed. Also, under incomplete conditions, the things in the Mother's body may have unpredictable defects. No matter, you've done well. You and Mother have completed your mission with flying colors. And Roland, thank you for your efforts. I'll hold up my end of the bargain. Thank you. Babylonia has found the location of Mother, and they've sent their construct forces to investigate. Take all the research materials and evacuate as soon as possible. How does he have this intel, I wonder? How does he know? But, I'm afraid that Grey Raven will be joining them. Are you confident you can win without any consumption? We have more important matters to tend of. I almost forgot that Grey Raven are a bunch of badasses that are better than the other constructs, bro. Is that even real? Ain't that just like propaganda? Use my phone all day, so I don't know. Also, Twitter is an app here. I mean, doesn't matter, bro. Like, websites went down. It's mostly if you had an office job and you work on your PC with some, you know, like a call center or something. You probably had a, you know, bad time at work. Because me and some other friends I have in other countries at work had the same problem. You can just Google, you can Google right now, just type in Cloudflare news, and you'll see that the internet died a little today. Understood. Good girl. As for your mother, don't worry, her time will come. And so have... Oh shit, things in my throat. Since the incubation of mother will be delayed, it's better to have Babylonia's troops be its last guests. Set the stage for the final act, return to my side and witness it with me. Transmission over. After saying farewell to Roland, Cinderlick immediately returns to the underground greenhouse and instructed by Vonnegut. Yeah, every website I visit didn't work, like, literally. Yeah. I'm glad, like, YouTube worked, and you won't believe it, I'm glad Pinterest works. I scroll Pinterest. As Cinderlick murmurs, the monitoring tower screens go black. She unplugs the storage device inserted into the terminal. She looks up that mother hanging above her, then turns and walks into the darkness. The monster's wailing seems to be close at hand. The scavenger's consciousness ebbs and flows in the chaos. The pale and dangerous strange girl, the mysterious liar, the wailing from near to far, the pulsating bright red number, and the black and red light flickering in front of them. Alright, he shut down the CPF's power to prevent the monsters from taking it over. Even with the power shut down as much as he could, the monster could not be stopped from growing. Was waiting when will they finish this maintenance? Maintenance! The Cloudflare guys said they had like too much traffic on them, so it's most certainly an organized attack. We'll find, I guess we'll find more news about it tomorrow. After losing most of the punishing supply, Mother seems to have fallen into temporary chaos while hanging from the top of the tower. The scarlet umbilical cords swing wildly in the air. Some have even withered. After struggling for a moment, they become paralyzed and unable to move. They called it maintenance? Smart. However, not only are the heteroplants unable to move, having withered from the loss of nutrients, Zack was unable to move either. Zack is too decayed to stand. I've seen many memes about it already. Why am I not surprised? He raised his hand. The festering has spread from his cuffs. Pus and blood soak the cloth wrapped around his hand. Pus is like that yucky liquid that soaks from your wound, like the white blood. Looking through the gap in his finger, the scavenger sees the shell off in the distance. In the gap of the black shell, the clear outline of a shadow gradually emerges from the red interior. A strange feeling rises in the scavenger's mind. This kind of vision, which is as if there is nothing, sticks to his whole body. He feels something staring at him through the chaos. His vision is gradually stained with a bright red, so close to seeing what is staring at him in the shell. Suddenly it turns dark before him, as if the bloody world is covered with a dense shadow. There you are. Roland. They didn't use the stupidly called captura. This wouldn't happen to them. Your blood is white. Everybody has a white blood. I mean, white blood cells at least. I think it's the one that fights off viruses in your body. I don't remember, bro. I was in school a very, very long time ago. Someone stands in front of the scavenger. He opens his bloodshot eyes. I can Google, bro. What's a puss, bro? Like, not the cat, right? Hey, it's a milky-like fluid that can form underneath your skin or ooze from wounds. It forms because of how your immune system works. Infection? Yeah, I think it's the white blood. It's a white blood cells. You go educate yourself. I was right all this time. Someone stands in front of the scavenger. He opens his bloodshot eyes. The optic nerve suppressed by the virus make him unable to discern the figure in front of him. How pitiful. His voice carries the sound of frivolous laughter, as if the misery in front of him is something he was used to. Poor human, if only you were a construct. I would have been able to save you. You, Rolmo. I'm surprised. I didn't think you would be able to tell who I am. Your friends have already left you. Really? The scavenger puts his hand deep into the backpack and fumbles for quite some time. Finally, he pulls out a vial of serum. If you see them, give them this, please. They're running low on supplies. If I remember correctly, Cordis is in charge of carrying your group's medical supplies. This one I kept for myself. We all did, just in case. So if we're separated during an accident, we at least know the others will survive. I'm hopeless. They should have taken this while they had the chance. But I'm the villain who deceived you. What makes you think you can believe me? I saw you save them. I don't know why you did it, but you did. There's no hope for me. It's better for you to carry it than for it to rot with me. So I told you Roland is a good guy. And I don't have a chance to know what kind of person you really are. Roland looks at Zack with a blank expression. My blood is black and static images, so I don't know. Need to go to a doctor, man. You're probably dying, wrote Jack. While searching for new recruits, many constructs had reached their hand out much in the same way in desperation to survive before being devoured by the virus. Roland, the actor, had seen finally they're fucking using comas, finally. Roland, the actor, had seen countless tragic plays, and Roland, the Ascendant, has experienced countless tragic... Oh my god, this is a perfect sentence, man. Finally. No wonder everybody says it gets good at chapter 16 and 17. They're not doing like grammatical mistakes anymore. This time, the human also reaches out with a strong desire to live, but he is asking him to save others instead. Is this a trick to win pity, or does the truth come out in one's dying breath? I just want everyone to live. I just wanted to get as much supplies as possible until we find a place where we can live. A place where Cordus can plant his blue hydrangea and watch them sprout into beautiful flowers. Maybe we could have found out the whereabouts of his daughter in that conservation area. We wouldn't have to wander around because of the virus and get into ridiculous disputes anymore. Birdie wouldn't have to try and cheer us up anymore. Tears spill out of his eyes as he trembles with pain. The scavenger's voice is too weak. It almost disappears among the roar of the tower. You mentioned that movie. Want to know how it ends? The brave knight reaches the top of the tower. He finds out that the place where the secret treasure should have been is empty, and the knight dies of despair. At least that's how it should have ended, but the lead actor of the film didn't agree with the script. At that time, he was so naive that people laughed at him. He believed that people could achieve happiness on their own accord. He said that reality is bitter enough. Why film a tragedy that will only break the audience's heart? So he convinced the director to change the ending. Right as the knight is about to be engulfed by despair, the god sleeping in the tower finally wakes up. He witnesses the hope, struggle, and despair of the knight. and realizes that there is such a powerful force in the hearts of humanity, whom he once viewed as weak. Roland's voice is quiet and calm, like he's intimately familiar with this story. So the god gives humanity the kindling of hope and tells humanity that the disaster would one day pass. That's a better ending. Isn't it ridiculous? He can't even control his own destiny, but he wants to change the fate of a fake character. What's the meaning of this? Meaning... Of course, I know it's fake, but I really liked that he never gave up. Isn't that the point of a movie? As long as someone performs a role and people watch it, the role will live on in the hearts of the audience. As long as the feelings at that moment are real, what difference does it make if it's all an act? Zack's entire body is gradually rotting due to the virus, but there's a faint smile in the corners of his mouth. Right as his life is drawing to an end, he recalls the distant memories of what he had seen and heard during his journeys. Casually chatting in front of weathered and broken posters, a movie hiding quietly in his backpack, and the afternoons he would watch them with his family. What I've done is absolutely not meaningless. The scavenger's voice is so weak, it almost disappears among the roar of the tower. Oh. Too bad I don't have more time to chat with you. He looks good. Roland squats down and takes the vial from the scavenger. I'm not sure if I'll see your friends again, but this serum will play its role as you said. I rarely make promises, but this time you can trust me. Thank you. You're welcome. It's rare for someone to believe me for a change. What an interesting feeling. Usually everyone believes my lies, but nobody wants to believe my truths. Blood slowly overflows out of Zack's ears and his organs are rapidly failing. He can no longer hear what the person in front of him is saying. Not to mention, consider this as the final gift for the audience who still remembers me. When Roland utters the last sentence, which is almost a murmur, the scavenger hears nothing. With his hand still held out, he stops breathing. A twisted and strange cry comes from all parts of the tower, like a nightmare that can never be woken up from. Roland looks up at the shell hanging from the top of the tower. You're still watching? No one answers. Roland quietly drapes the scavenger in his cloak, covering his body and his face full of regret. Este no es nuestro final. Rest, my friend. Never speak badly of Roland ever again. Rolando, I remember that video from Lou Drower, Luna X Roland. Ooh. Ooh. It's its peak though. Roland and Luna. Roland is the boy. Fucking actors, man. Keep moving, no matter what. Cordes and Birdie support each other as they walk through seemingly endless forest. The CPF behind them has been completely occupied by the glowing red plants, becoming a giant tree pointing directly into the sky. The white signs that once guided them have been completely covered, and they can no longer distinguish the location of the CPF. Something is quietly incubating in the CPF, waiting patiently to be delivered. This CPF, which was once the hope of scavengers for survival, has become the eternal nightmare in their hearts. This CPF, which was once the hope of humanity for survival, has become a hotbed of human suffering. The strange cries of humanoid monsters come from the jungle. They can even peek out Zack's voice from the rising and falling coals. But now, Zack has become a permanent resident of the CPF. Those weird and deformed figures, with the voice of their sacrificed partner, squeezes indescribable screams from their throats and attack them. They don't want Zack's expectations to go to waste. But no matter how hard they try, this is as far as they can make it. Birdie looks at Cordis, then takes out their last remaining grenade. Is that necessary? Something flies across the night sky and lands right in Birdie's hands. It's a clear vial of serum. I didn't expect to see you two still alive. Looks like you've really opened my eyes. An approaching monster is obliterated by a shotgun blast. Lassoed by Roland's chain blade and thrown deep into the forest. But on the plus side, at least I get to fulfill a promise. If that didn't work out, I might have been a little disappointed in myself. It's you. I don't think now's the best time to fight, amigo. I'm your savior, after all. Where are you off to? There's nowhere else for us to go. Cordis covered his bleeding left hand. His backpack had been lost in the escape. Of course there is. You just need to put your mind to it. Roland smiles and points to the sky. Ooh. As a thunderous roar approaches from afar, a few stars twinkle in the night sky. No, those aren't ordinary stars. They're transport crafts approaching the forest. As if sensing the arrival of the uninvited guests, the giant trees behind them unleash a strange roar. The rustling and cries of the hetero creatures can be heard all throughout the forest, just like a warning given by a giant animal when it exposes its fangs. But those stars remain unfazed and continue firmly en route to the forest, like shooting stars. Those are transport crafts from Babylonia. You're right, now's the time to call for help. Fade to black. The Wanderer walks on the desolate battlefield. In front of him is a scorched land filled with disfigured remains and broken weapons. The roar of gunfire or the cries of agony are long gone. Nothing but deranged silence lies here. So this is after the chapter 16, I assume? We got like a time skip? The source of the disaster was already gone. Burning trees stop. No, Koala, no, don't. You can rest on my hand, but don't touch the mouse. Time to Yeep and chapter 17 not started yet? Yeah, the bad news is I have to go to the interlude after this. So, Ibuki, you're not gonna send your song of the day? It's your last chance before you go to sleep. Have fun, well, good night. Just in case, I'll tell you good night. The source of the disaster was already gone. Burning trees toppled to the ground and craters are filled with bubbling red liquid in its wake. It is impossible to tell whether the liquid soaked in the scorched earth is bodily fluid from hetero creatures or vital fluid from constructs, or even blood from humans. The Wanderer stops in front of the unidentified remains. Nearby, he picks up a vial of dirty serum. Steven's Gambit by Holy Blue. Let me copy that. Alright, Ibuki. You will sleep, but your legacy will live on. Dauge and Quade. There you go. We have one. You're free to go, Ibuki. Resting is productive. The Wanderer stops in front of unidentified remains. Nearby, he picks up a vial of dirty serum. Smoke looms in the night sky, refusing to disperse. Even the moon is obscured by... Clair-obscure? By the thick blanket, leaving only a faint silver glow. Staring at the scene, which can only be described as an illusion, Roland hears a mysterious voice in his mind. It's a distant and cold voice, but with a trace of imperceptible confusion. What kind of world do you want to see? Roland looks back again at the scorched earth he has long journeyed through. Another CG? No way. You missed this road, Jack?
Oh, what a sad, pathetic little world.
This is the first English stop.
Set it aflame, and let it rise from the ashes.
I know this voice actor.
That's something you would want. Oh, what was I expecting? Well then, out of the shadow and into the light.
I thought he'd be more. He's not cocky enough. I'd expect him to be more cocky. But I definitely heard that voice before. Ad time! It's internet historian favorite phrase. Ad time. Hola, amigo. If someone tells you to make a wish, what would you ask for? Strength, money, power, woman, men? Perhaps most people would be quiet and think it over first in order to sort through thousands of wishes and then pick the one with the highest priority. Even though it's just a casual question, and there is no promise to make their wishes come true, humans will still waste their time putting their wishes in orders just in case they were ever to meet a genie. JP version is quite cocky. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the first CG with English dub. All the previous one were either like silent or JP. Or it's just like for the first time a character talked that long. Imagine woman and don't imagine, you have to wish for them. However, I don't think this is an act of futility. If we don't recognize what is most precious to us, how can we pursue it? If we don't pursue our wishes, how can we confirm that we are truly alive? As for me, of course, I have a wish. If someone really wishes to hear it, I won't hesitate in sharing it. Well, the current situation is another matter entirely. Along the road, the voices of pedestrians and roadside peddlers fill the air. Scorching sun shines overhead, the bustling crowd hustles along the avenue in search of shade. A little further away, a stream of cars flows the roads under the distant horizon formed by numerous skyscrapers. These scenes that Roland was familiar with have now been replaced by a rat's nest of narrow alleyways, becoming indistinguishable in his asphyxiated mind. So, what's your wish? Come on now. Oh, it's a gangster. Spit it out. What's your dying wish? A hand and the gun presses firmly against Roland's temples, forcing his shoulders to the ground and making it difficult for him to move his hands. Sunlight struggles to find its way into the dark and secluded alley. Pedestrians turn a blind eye. He has nowhere to escape. You've been meddling in our affairs for too long. Now you know everything. We weren't expecting that lousy sheriff to actually investigate us, and we certainly did not expect you to follow those orders. I heard rumors about some chump in the force trying to play hero and fight crime as some sort of lofty ideal of his. Seems like you must be his lapdog, Knight. That codename really suits you. Knights willing to sacrifice themselves for the king's ambitions. Or like idiots with a death wish. You really think you're worthy of calling yourself a knight, eh? Looks like it's the end of the line. Alright, time to... Hey there, compadre, take it easy on that knight of mine. It's Mandhasti. While Roland is struggling on the ground, a third voice is heard in the alley. It is from a man leaning against the wall and panting, a stark contrast from the low, coarse voice of the gangster. Stand aside, Sheriff. Catch your breath and keep your mouth shut. I don't want you getting caught in the crossfire. Deadeye Mandhasti, I've heard about you. Any earlier and you'd have blasted me. But you wanna take a bullet for this lapdog of yours? Playing favorites, are we? When a knight is in trouble, it's the king's duty to help. Why are you after my knight? Mind asking your lapdog what he's doing on our turf? Relax, he's here on my orders. We've got a problem that needs fixed, you and I. Namely, keeping the city's peace. I can assure you that I will give you an answer that is satisfactory to both sides. Roland hears the rustling sound of clothes behind him. He can picture Manhasty barely propping himself up, bending down slightly and bowing like some sort of polite young king from days of yore. That's what you say, Manhasty. As the sheriff of this city, I cannot lie. You better be a man of your word. You've got some moxie though, I'll give you that. But if we aren't satisfied with the results, we won't let you two off the hook next time. Roland feels the muzzle pressed against his forehead loosen, followed by several footsteps. Gazing from afar, Manhasty watches the gruff gangster leave the alley, then sits on the ground and gasps for air. Turns out his confident negotiation was all just an act. Oh my god, the real gangster in PGR world? Yeah, and so this is before the end of the world. All taken care of. That was a close one. Glad my good deeds haven't gone unnoticed. But Mandy, are you alright? Roland rubs the back of his neck, coughs a few times and props himself up to check on Manhasty. I'm okay for now. Don't worry about me first. Roland, you just... No, it was nothing. Does he have COVID, bro? Looking up, Roland suddenly kneels down on one knee in the direction of Manhasty. He bows his head, clenches a fist and claps it to his chest in a solemn tone. This is to complete my mission, to realize our dream. He opens his other hand to reveal a small USB. Even with the gangster threatening him at gunpoint, he didn't let go. Do you guys think Zoomers know what an USB is? I managed to get a hold of some important files of theirs. You said that gangs were a necessary evil for maintaining peace here, but as a knight, I couldn't just sit here and watch you constantly put yourself in harm's way. Heh, good job, Roland. You've done a great service for keeping the peace. But don't do that again next time. Your life is as important to me as our dream. You said you were just going to on patrol, but since you put on your windbreaker and brought so much stuff, not to mention walking around uneasily like that, I assumed you were going by yourself to exchange intel with the gang. Think I don't know my own knight? That's why I was so worried and followed you all the way here. It's only natural for knights to go out with their king behind them. Manhasty finishes his heroic speech, then wipes his face with a slight look of shame. For the safety of the city, I won't give up, but I will also abide by your teachings, Mandy. But you put yourself at risk standing in front of his gun like that. You don't want me to get hurt, but don't be an idiot and get yourself hurt either. Takes one to know one. What can I say? I was worried about you. But I'm sure you can tell that the bulletproof vest took the brunt of it. Besides, there's something I wanted to confirm. Question mark. Heh, forget it. Let's lighten the mood. You know, the last time I came here, I saw a huge robot beside the alleyway. It was as tall as a building and the same color as the wall. I've lived in this city for ages, but I only just noticed it. I have all the old storage units, USB and CD and DVD and flop. You have a floppy? Have you checked how much are they selling now, bro? Keep keeping them, maybe you'll make big buck with them later. And looking in the direction of the robot, I saw someone. Wanna guess who? How would I know? I think we should save this for later. I think you should take the intel back to HQ. I need to report back to the station. But you're hurt. Good thing I have the fast-acting med spray from Rococo with me. One easy spray stops bleeding on the spot. It's painless and itch-free. And it even comes with advanced color treatment. Who are you explaining this to, Roland? Police station always keeps it in. Oh my god, that's an ad time, bro. Oh, I get. He's in he's in advertising. He's doing YouTube ad right now. I get it. He wasn't a policeman. That's good one. This is a good one. I liked it. Okay, you got me, PGR. You good, PGR. You good. Here, let me show you. It's available for purchase at your local pharmacy. Well, looks like I don't have to worry about you. See you around, Roland. Van Hasty stands up, takes the USB from Roland and salutes him. In response, Roland adjusts his clothes and fastens the baton around his waist. Then, with one hand behind his back, he bows gently to Van Hasty. For the sake of our common dream. For the sake of our common dream. After that, Van Hasty quickly leaves with the USB. Roland heads in the opposite direction, out of the alley and onto the street. Dazzling sunlight shines on his face. Squinting from the brightness, he sees an empty street before him. Take forever, why don't ya? Roland quickly takes a few steps into the shade to hide from the sunlight. Just a few moments prior, the street was crowded with people, but now there is not a soul in sight. Roland doesn't seem surprised. Instead, he casually leans up against the wall in the shade, then tosses the spray can in his hand and catches it. He seems to be waiting for something, like a signal. Cut! He hears a loud cry from his earpiece. Roland turns around and feels around for a gap in the wall. Sliding it open, a large room opens up in front of him. A large crowd of people wearing an assortment of clothes in this room. Holo screens displaying city scenes and data analytics are scattered throughout the room. Lead in Sector NOR confirmed. Extras are in position. Next scene is on the daily set. In the last scene, the crane mentioned by the leading actor was an unexpected accident. There's a risk that the leading actor will discover the truth about the studio. I've contacted the prop team to modify it immediately. The environment simulator in Sector M1L is having issues with humidity control. I've spoken with the set designers, they said they can have it done before the 4th act tonight. Keep the alley set to maintain continuity. The script will have our lead return here. Just have to restart the holographic camouflage, right? Fine, I'll go. Hey, Roland. Roland walks straight through the crowd. A man in black standing in a corner waves at him. He has a pistol holstered on his waist. His voice is low and resonant like a drum. He's clearly the gangster who had pinned Roland on the ground from earlier. However, this time, when he sees Roland, he pats him on the shoulder in a friendly manner, as if they have been colleagues for many years. I wonder. Video game OST of the day? Well, is it though? We have more than one now. Rojack. How do I... You are not special anymore. Wait, I need to... Fuck. I do this. I mean, this. Antoblast OST. What the hell is Antoblast? Adauge Inqua. Alright, we have 2 songs now. Thanks, Jack. Sorry about that back there. I went a little overboard. Great job, though. What can I say? I've got some experience playing the victim. No need to suck up to me, Neferti. Instructions from the director? Alright, what is it? Alright, I see, got it. Roland covers his earpiece and goes to the center of the workshop. A few moments later, he lifts his chin and raises his hand as if commanding the crowd. Alright everyone, you're all doing great, but we need to drop what we're doing. The director says we need to shoot a new ad read. No need for a new wardrobe and makeup, we need to start filming immediately. Camera crew ready? Ready, camera is in position. The crew, bro, they don't have money for a second director and they give this job to Roland? That's cruel. Child labor. Also, you can't have child actors without their parents on set. But I guess this is a dystopian future. The crew member waves his hands, signaling several gun-shaped cameras to descend from the ceiling. There are gun-shaped cameras. The round lenses all point at Roland. Roland smiles in confirmation. Phew. Relax, take a deep breath. You already know all your lines. All you gotta do is act like you do it in front of Mad Hasty. Just smile and recite your lines. 3, 2, 1, action! That's not the cameraman who says that. Hola amigo, in this golden age, you're tired of watching mechanoid performances without any tension? Are you tired of watching stand-ins give lackluster performances? Look no further, the performance here is so genuine, it's real. No over-the-top stunts, no smoke and mirrors, no editing magic. This broadcast is live in real time. Watch our human protagonist's genuine, nail-biting reactions to living in the city rife with danger. Roland raises his hand outward as if gently inviting the audience into his embrace. His speech is quickly witted and to the point. He has repeated this performance thousands of times. This time is just like any other. Today marks another anniversary for our reality show, the Mad Hasty Real Park. Without using any special effects, our studio has crafted this story all for Mad Hasty. From baby to adult, Mad Hasty is grown up right before your very eyes. Oh my god, they're doing the what's that Jim Carrey movie? The Truman Show. I still didn't see that movie, to be honest. I need to watch it. After all these years, he's finally grown up. Now, as a sheriff who carries out justice, Mad Hasty fights for his dreams to bring peace to the city. And I, Roland, as his knight, will sacrifice my life for our dreams. From now on, how will Mad Hasty's career as a sheriff change? Watch and see. Enjoy exciting stories, genuine experiences and answers to life's toughest questions. This is our reality show. This absolutely true story is a masterpiece of this area. So that, oh my god, that's why all the crew is like behind the wall? Is Mad Hasty the Truman? Damas y caballeros. The show is about to begin. You seen that movie? It's fine. When you watch an old movie, never forget what time it was filmed, like in what year it was filmed. Lastly, a word from our sponsor. Starting next week, entertainment pioneer and sponsor of the Mad Hasty Real Park, Rocco Incorporation, will be offering a discount on our Restream service. Discount for Restream? Sons of bitches, dystopian future. It's pay-per-view Street Fighter League. Street Fighter Cup. Participants will also receive a box of Rocco's premium espresso coffee. Drowsy? Have some Rocco. Cut! Right on the first take. Great work, Roland. Considering how many times we've done it, I better. Ew, next up, how are the ratings? Good. Looks like the remix is popular with the fans. Next time, I'll talk to the screenwriter about broadcasting it during the showdown. Time for the longest interlude? No way. No way is the longest one. Longest than Cappuccino, bro? Everything else okay with the ratings? Sweet, looks like I'm up on the ratings. Guess I'll keep at it. Great job to everyone else who made the list. Keep up the hard work. What if we will not make it through chapter 17 today, huh? Mahir Kaniloi 3211, hello to you too. Were you here before, Mahir? Because, you know, YouTube changed the nicknames on the stream, so I gotta ask. Nefereti, keep at it, and you'll be more popular than the star of the show. Great work, Roland. It's nothing, I couldn't do it without the script and everyone's help. Alright, enough brown nosing. Nefereti, is the frame Ami mentioned for the next job ready yet or not? They're working on it. She's the lead actress. Think they're just messing around? After all, frames are a dime a dozen, but mainstream frames are too conspicuous. The lead may get suspicious, so they need to disguise it. The lead, so it is the Truman Show. Copy that. It sure would be awful for Mad Hasty to find out that he's spent his entire life in a studio all thanks to a tiny slip-up, huh? Oh, by the way, it is time to talk with the viewers. Yes, we received a call from one just now. You know, the one who started a fight for the communication quota at the exhibition? That overbearing woman, Joy. She just loves making problems out of nothing. I get goosebumps every time she calls my name. Last time, she pestered me for half an hour. I had 10 shots of espresso just to deal with her. Are you Are you old enough to drink coffee, Roland? My god, we got Segs too. Is long. Already on story, damn fast. Not fast enough to reach chapter 17. If the cameras can't hide it, you'll have to step in. You know Roland's character, right? I reprogrammed the voice modulator and motion simulator, so there shouldn't be any discrepancy. No problem, I don't mind stepping in your shoes for a bit. The crew member turns around as an image of a woman appears in mid-air along with a virtual image of Roland. What? Viewer, hello there, Roland dear, we meet again. Hello, good to see you again. Thank you so much for enjoying our reality TV show. I'll leave it up to you, Nefertiti. Let's see, what's next? Oh, so they switched. It looks like I'm done here. Alright, good, that sure was quick. Guess that about wraps it up. Now, how long of a break do I have? Good, looks like I can give that little twerp a call. Planning on speaking to that little brother of yours again? You must be homesick, just don't let it affect your... Roland has a brother? Haha, no, it's not that. That pain in the butt just wants to talk with me. There's so many Half-Life 3 news, bro. Yeah, I stumbled upon one of it at work. I was just browsing, like, Google News, and it was... No, who was it? It was a YouTuber. Yeah, the Google News showed me the YouTube... Who was it? Was it Young Ye or something? He was like, Half-Life 3 is real, man. Just keep coping, guys. Keep coping. Your whole timeline is filled with it. You have to, like, clean up your timeline. That's an illusion. Yeah, I agree with Rojak. Roland waves goodbye to the people around him and walks out of the workshop through the busy crew. In the empty street, he finds a room with a frail old man sitting in front of the door. Roland, requesting leave. The old man looks up and replies with a coarse, robotic voice. Request received. You have 5 hours and 38 minutes to prepare for the next performance. You've worked hard, Roland. Please enjoy this break. Circadian management bot at your service for the entire duration. No matter how many times I see you, I always forget you're a mechanoid, just like those lousy extras, old man. You're not only a camera and a doorman, but apparently an alarm clock too. I was going to shake your hand, but forget it. Forget it. A little breather is tough enough to come by as is. Alright, 1 out of 5. You know what? I'm doing it. By the way, Dog and Mahir, if you want, you can leave your song of the day. We're gonna do music reactions at the end of the stream. And I want to do pool. And boom. I don't know if this is copium or just delusional. It's both. All from the GameCube and that last line from Geoff Keighley on TGA. Oh yeah, they released a video about TGA. Is voting open? Can I go vote for Silent Hill F already? Music reaction? Yeah, music reaction. All you need to do is... we already have 2 songs on the playlist. It's 1 song per person. That was the fastest no in my life. So yeah, just give me the name of the song, I'll put it in the playlist. I feel like I'm about to pass out. Roland crashes onto the couch with a loud thud and lets out a relaxing sigh. Video game music? That's not true. Any music is allowed, Mahir. Rojak had this video game soundtrack of the day thingy going on, and all of us just decided to do it like music reaction at the end of the stream. And I say any music is allowed. Who's been writing the script recently? The new writers completely missed Mandy's personality. Nothing ever goes as planned. It's always up to me to get the job done. What am I supposed to do if they really put him in danger? Bull of hell. Even heaven pierce her? What the hell? What the hell is the name of that song? 1 year ago. Ultra kill? Up. Please don't tell me I fucked up. I think I did. Okay, I got this. YouTube is good, but not good at the same time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 songs. I should send the link. Any music? You can type the name and like if I find it on YouTube, it's gonna be it. The other musics are copyright. Valics will take the stream down. It will not take the stream down. Just the title is enough. Yeah, just the title is enough. Forget it, not like complaining matters. Contact my brother. Roland quietly commands the clock on the wall. Receiving the command, it lights up a timer. In order to ensure your sleep schedule, the duration of your call is limited to 11 minutes and 28 seconds. Like, unless does YouTube has like different rules for live streams and videos? You know, I have a whole channel made out of anime music videos. They didn't took all of them down. Connecting your call, please wait. The signal time beeps with each passing second on the timer. The rhythm is consistent, but he seems to sense a difference in the pitch, which reminds him of a weird experimental concert he went to with his family when he was younger. Imagine my favorite music copyrighted. Hold up. It all depends on the music labels. If the music labels here's trash, they will like block the song entirely on YouTube. But most of the time it's fine. Once the signal ends, there is a remote response. We will cross the bridge when we get there. Apologies, the person you are trying to call is busy. Please try again later. Redial. Apologies, the person you are trying to call is busy. Please try again later. Yesterday's a no-go too, huh? Scratching his head, Roland taps the comms again for the 3rd time. At the same time, he swipes away the interference with the timer and presses another terminal interface. I think a good way to know if the song is like very copyrighted, like you getting blocked or no, you type the name of the song on YouTube, and if you find random YouTube channel re-uploading it, then it's fine. Mainly Sony. Anything Sony is not happening. I mean, Sony Music Entertainment isn't Hollywood. Like a lot of my Hollywood Undead AMVs labeled by Sony Music Entertainment. One of them got blocked, but the others are fine, so. Well, since I have to wait anyway, guess I'll see if there are any data reports on social media. Request received. Analyzing data. To the limit! I fucking knew it. Hello, Nexus. Remind me by who it is. Scarface, push it to the limit. That one, Nexus? The Madhasti Real Park, a story about a person's life. Now as a sheriff, the protagonist fights for the peace of the whole city. Enlarged on the holo screen, the outrageous title and introduction seems to fly toward Roland. The data feed flowing under the title shows the achievements of the whole park. It seems that all the crew enjoys the hard work they put in and its smashing success. What a bunch of lies. Roland waves his hand and pulls down the keyboard and taps a string of codes on the screen. bypass the firewall, cross the fiber terminal, and remove the big data selectivity tendency. The data selectivity tendency. Okay, we can finally see the real data flow. Good thing I took some time to learn a thing or two about coding. Sure, bro. Holding out for a hero, Bonnie Tyler. Hold up, dog. You already picked a song, bro. You can't do 2 songs in one stream. It's a PGR OST. Timeless classic, I agree. You can find it in game music. Wait, never mind, it's copyrighted. I ain't scared of no copyright. We had last time when I was on break, we had a copyright song. It wasn't that bad. Like after the VOD is being uploaded to YouTube, it just works like a normal video on YouTube. It's just like, hey, you have this copyrighted song. This doesn't affect your channel. And if it does affect your channel, I can just like trim it out from the VOD and I will be fine. Master D, Tumi, Jayo, and A, Fit, Mumsy, Stranger. I am Bangladesh. I am Bangladesh, that's why I send my favorite best music of Bangladesh. It's going into the playlist. Alright, we have 5 songs. Master D, Tumi Jayo Na, featuring Mumsy Stranger. Official music video, let's not put official video, let's put favorite vibes. Hey, alright. Reupload, see, it's a reupload, so it's gonna be fine. Let's see what everyone really has to say online. Right as Roland's hands stop, a string of unfiltered comments begin to appear on screen. The Manthasti Real Park imitates a movie from ancient times by placing a human in the studio to film the birth, life, and death of the protagonist, all within a studio set. Some people hold this pioneer work in high esteem, thinking that such a real drama is the art of our times. Some people denounce this as a violation of human rights. Regarding this debate among viewers, it will likely ensue until the show finally comes to an end. Seems like people really care for Mandy. Huh. Looks like humans are really good at deceiving each other. The vast sea of comments seems to show concern over the fate of Manthasti. Whether they like it or not, the audience seems to regard his life as unique and genuine. Yo, lawsuit was won. Congratulations. How rich are you now? You don't have to post a single link other than myself. Good work, Valics. Thanks, Roadjack. Anyway, thanks. They don't know that behind his unique life, there are scripts written precisely down to the second. There are sets and cameras, both camouflaged and hidden. All that they know is fake. How boring. Apologies, the person you are trying to call is busy. Please try again later. As if in response to Roland's sigh, the robotic voice rings in his ear again, notifying him that no one had answered the call as the notice flashes on the holo screen in front of him. Might as well try again. Facing the terminal, he gently taps redial and stands up from the sofa. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His eyelashes tremble. Opening his eyes, he smiles and slowly opens his mouth. When was the last time we spoke, little twerp? You didn't answer my call last time, or the time before that, or the time before either. Our schedules are so out of sync thanks to the production schedule, I don't know when to call you. There's nothing special going on, just wanted to catch up. How are you folks doing? Eat anything good recently? Go anywhere fun? And how's the family dog? We don't have a dog, but I'm looking at him right now. What's wrong, you mad? Why don't we fight until it's night out for all time's sake? Obviously that's impossible, bro. I'm busy. The project I'm working on is highly confidential and under wraps. Why else wouldn't I be able to go home? Even this call is limited. But there is a little something I can show you. Have I showed you my secret stash yet? Wanna take a peek at my terminal? You can find tons of secret things from the browsing records, which will open the door to a whole new world. Huh? Why don't you wanna see it? Before that, a mechanoid idol was exposed to like watching vice clamps in action. Turns out he also frequented furnace and water pump factories. That sure got him a lot of attention. But enough about all that. I don't wanna bore you with that non-human crap. I just wanted to share something with you and talk to you. Some time ago, you mentioned a social media platform in your voice message. I checked it over several times, but I didn't get any results. I guess it's shut down. This place is out of touch with the outside world. At least it's just as wonderful and beautiful in here as it is out there. But this place is just too unrealistic. So this is double-layered Truman Show. His mouth is parched, pausing for a moment. His foggy gaze looks down and then lifts up again. Hey, twerp, time's running out. Keep this to yourself. Don't tell the fox. Just know that my current project, well, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. They're probably publicizing it outside as we speak. I'm in a show that's a true story about a man's life. It's the art of this era. But actually there's more than meets the eye. You might not know that it's all scripted, but it's completely fake. And a sleep up will cause the whole this to come crashing down. How could someone's reality be so fragile? After that, I'll get fired and sent home. The sooner that day comes, the faster I get to see you all. Then we can get our friends together and play some games we've never played. I heard a new game came out recently. When we're bored of that, we can fight like we used to. And after that, we can have some of Mom's dessert. When we're done with that, we can go to one of Dad's weird hipster concerts. This acting gig will keep me fed for years. And afterward, I won't have to worry about getting work. When work dies down a bit, I'll come back home. Until then, I think it's worth the trouble of our folks sending me to acting school. But I'm serious, twerp. I don't know how much longer I can stay in this fake world. I want to go home. I'd give whatever it takes to go home to you, our fox, and my friends, even if it costs me my life. All I can do is keep telling myself to follow my dream. Only then can I feel alive. That dream is to be back with you all. Roland keeps silent, the only response in the long, dull beeping of the clock indicating that it is time for him to rest. Just the sound is enough for Roland to begin to feel drowsy. Alright, that's enough. Cut communication. He raises his hand to the comm interference floating in the air. The signal sound suddenly stops, but then the image of a teenager appears on the comm interference unexpectedly. Rolmo! Bro, I finally got your call! Oh, it's Rolmo. About time, I've missed you like crazy. I haven't seen you in forever. You just always call when everyone's away. We can't call because we're bound by contract. We've been worried. Yeah, you're right. It's been a while. Okay, what were you guys talking about in the chat? Well, we asked for 40k. Max we can get is 20. You'll ask for more and get less. And the judge will tell us how much he has to pay on 27 this month. This month? So soon? Well, I guess his bout got him far enough, huh? That'll teach him. You guys remember Hypixel? I don't remember. Hightail? I don't remember. Never heard of it. Even God rejected Guy's plea for forgiveness. Of course they did. Nexus is getting true revenge. Getting the moolah, bro. And no Hightail, dog, that's a non-existent game as well. Finally slept well at night? Bro, imagine how well you will sleep on the 27. The original owner now owns the Hightail IP. It's returning. Also, neighbor is broke. He said he will work for 30 days to pay back the money. Deserved, huh? Congratulations, bro. I don't... hey, Rolm, I wanna keep talking with you, but I don't have much time. How are the folks? Our folks? They're doing so well, it's annoying. They've been huddled around the TV and talking about you non-stop. When they saw you and that Mad Hasty beat those criminals a few days ago, they were so happy that they started cheering and almost broke the sofa. Didn't I tell you last time that they were always giving people your merch? A few years ago, it was just relatives and colleagues, but now they're giving it to their old classmates, so basically the whole world knows you're in that TV show. Now, our house is full of your merch, and I thought they'd stop sending. Let's be honest, you're their favorite. I'm super jealous, but that show of yours is great. Who wouldn't want to be your brother? I've also bought a bunch of your merch. I gotta say, you've got one heck of a makeup artist. They sure have their work cut out for them making you look so good. Really? Mom and Dad like me that much? What about our family? Roland suddenly stops himself mid-word. I mean, how have you been? Me? Well, I don't have a job like you. I'm broke. Mom and Dad cut my allowance, and with all the merch I bought this month, I spent all my money buying the latest Jet Link Legends. Now I can't afford a copy of Canal Wars. Everyone at school gets on right when class is over, so no one will me borrow a copy. Will borrow me a copy. Speaking of, hey bro, think you could spot me? I'll put in a good word with my classmate. When they heard that my brother was an actor in that reality show, they all thought that I was rich and famous. Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't like that. So, think you could do me a favor? Just like you said, I gotta keep up my public image. Question mark. Looks like you still are a little twerp. Alright, it's just a few bucks. I've got plenty to spare. And I'm relieved to see you so happy. It's nothing, anyways, I don't have much more time to chat. In order to ensure that you are mentally fit for the next show, please proceed to bed as soon as possible. Oh my god. Following this, the terminal beeps once again. You're out of time already? Mom and Dad said they wanted to send you some herbal tea to cheer you up a bit. I'm fine. My daily caffeine intake is already about to give my nutritionist a heart attack. Just kidding. Anyway, I'll send you some money. I bet you're looking forward to it. Without another word, Roland terminates the call. The images of his family scatter, revealing a continuous flow of data. As if afraid of being seen by his brother, Roland covers his face and takes a moment for his expression to return to normal. After a while, he put down his hand, revealing a delightful smile. I can't believe my family actually watches me on TV so much. The little twerp said that our folks are proud of me. He's even become popular among his friends because of it. Good, I'm glad. If they're this happy, then I should be too. What if he's the Freeman in this Freeman, the Truman in the Truman Show, huh? Maybe that wasn't his brother. Roland covers his mouth and lies down on the sofa, curling up and shaking like a hungry child who suddenly got a piece of candy. He's afraid of having this moment stolen from him. He has to find a place to hide, cover his mouth, savor the candy, and secretly enjoy it in his heart. Alright, I should practice a bit before I go to bed. I wouldn't want to disappoint them. Rubbing his face, which is now sore from smiling, Roland turns around and grabs the holoscreen and continues reading where he left off. Just like the comments and data from before, everyone who left message on social media is concerned about the future of Mandhasti, as if they are somehow related to him. What was all the fuss about? In the eyes of the fans, they thought the crew was working hard to give them a genuine adventure. Seemed like no one suspected that it was just a part of the script and not just off the cuff. Not even Roland's family had guessed it. But isn't that because of you, Roland? Aren't you the one contributing to this facade? Thanks, Captain Obvious. Analyze data on Roland. Roland shakes his head, deliberately ignoring the voice in his ear. Following his request, a series of data and keywords are densely arranged at the bottom of the screen. This time it is about him. There's no stop, bro. The dialogue just keeps going. What was happening in the chat? My fate is almost zero on Hytale, but I hope they get it right. There only so much modded Minecraft I can make. Hytale recently posted new content. You know, another game that was in development for 10 years, Lost Soul aside. 2026 might be the year, bro. Yeah, because Lost Soul aside came out so well. Not that I'm going to let him. He should pay ASAP. If that means he has to sell his house to pay, then so be it. That's the spirit. Divine retribution. I approve. Also, that teaser looks interesting. I'll check it. I'll check if a beta releases. Also, that was not the only stupid thing he did. There is one more lawsuit he will have to answer for. Ooh, to someone else or to you? Damn, I guess people had enough of him, huh? Everything comes crashing down. Praise, envy, expectation, and worry. The stream of comments carrying countless emotion washes toward Roland. He scans their comments, quietly putting them to heart. Seems like I've left quite the impression on the audience recently. Good, very good. Yeah, I normally don't wear a hair tie like this. I'll have to tell the stylist to keep it. Roland strokes the small tuft of tied-up hair and smiles. In order not to be recognized as Roland on screen after the performance, and in order to live peacefully with his family, he wants to shape the image of Roland to be different from his normal self off screen. Whatever is false should be labeled as such, and that which is true should remain true. The two must be distinguished from one another. Otherwise, once confused, the two will be nearly inseparable. This was the family's stipulation for letting him play Roland on screen. Yes, he can do whatever his family wants. He can use this method to continue holding on to this wish. He's yawning. Sure, I'm exhausted today. I guess I'll call it quits for now. Time to get some sleep. Roland raises his hand to close the terminal, nestles into the sofa and falls asleep. According to the gatekeeper, he still has a few hours to sleep. Considering how much caffeine he needs to take in every day, these few hours are precious. Didn't he have like 5 hours to sleep? Oh, finally, a fade to black. Holy shit, I thought it will never happen. I have two policemen as my witness. That's a damn long interlude. I mean, nothing happened. It's just a lot of description text nobody needs. Reminds me of No One arc. Yeah, that's No One arc is not close. Suddenly he's awakened by a muffled noise. The next dull sound is the roar of an engine starting and the sound of crashing from all around. Oh, it's happening. Finally, the door is broken down and someone blasts Roland's ear with a roar. Nefereti, Roland, hurry, wake up! We've got a code 9, emergency meeting. The lead is beginning to get suspicious. He was driving in a car and putting his life on the line to see what would happen. Oh my, this is just like the movie, isn't it? Reminds me more of Honeying chapter. I hate that chapter with every fiber of my being. That's also like not close, right? A sheriff in the detention center. That sure is unheard of. 1 case of reckless driving, 5 cases of destruction of property, trespassing, and a slew of other charges. First time I've seen a sheriff rack up this many charges, especially you, Mandy. Roland holds the report in his hand and sighs at Manhasty, who is behind the chain link fence. The floor around him is in disarray. Scrap metal, sharpnel scratches. Roland can even see a medical spray can with a hole punched in it on the ground, spewing mist. Whatever happened, the sheriff had caused quite the scene. What's gotten into you? I can't believe someone who lives by a code like you could do such a thing. Forget it. Save the explanation for later. It's my duty as a deputy to get you out of here. Just wait. I'll go put... You won't fail. Come again? I said, you won't fail, Roland. Our superiors will most certainly approve your request. Not only will I be released, but you'll be promoted all the way to the top. Did this guy look like Jim Carrey to you guys? You'll meet a pretty girl in the force. You'll fall in love. Then you'll get a fat sack of money and live happily ever after. Everything's going to be just fine. Man, what's wrong with... Just kidding. Relax, it's a joke. But I'm sure that if you put in a request, it'll go through. Everyone always keep pushing me to become sheriff. I had no other choice. I don't understand, Mandy. What's wrong with you? I was only gone a few hours. Why did you get yourself into this mess? Just because you were hallucinating, you think everything here is fake? No, that can't be the reason. You mean to say I'm fake and lying to you? The same person who's been with you as we've put our lives in danger, Mandy? No, Roland, of course not. You're my knight. How's that possible? But when I look back at my life so far, everything just seems too perfect. No matter how I fail, no matter the setback, I always seem to succeed in the end. Everything just feels like it's for show. It feels like everyone's trying to guard me and keep me on a set track. It even seems like I ended up here because someone else arranged it. And I saw Kay when I went to find you with that gangster earlier under that giant mechanoid. I'm scared. I have to confirm that the world I live in is real, so I waited until I didn't have any other assignments and took a risk. Hey, our old partner, Mandy, I'm turned up about his death just as much as you are. But this isn't good. Missing someone this much and even imagining some giant mechanoid, that's crazy talk, Mandy. Roland suddenly takes a step forward and grasps Manhasti's wrist through the chain link fence. Oh, Roland, that hurts. That hurts? Good. That means you can feel pain. You can feel the warmth of my hand. That means you're a real person. Your feelings and experiences are all real. No one could possibly plan that. Promise me you'll get some rest, Mandy. I don't want to see you getting paranoid like this. Omi and the others will be devastated seeing you like this. If you go on like this, I'm afraid you'll have no more hallucinations of others that have died in the future. That might even include me. You'll have more hallucination of people that died. Roland, are you crying? I see. Thank you, Roland. I understand what I should do. I should hold on to those around me that are still alive. To you. No phantoms of the past. That's right. Don't forget that. A lot of people still depend on you. But this time, it's your turn to count on me. Trust me. I'll do everything I can to make sure you keep your position. Adios. Adios. Oh, my boy. What did I miss? The story is much better than it. ER04. The other one is fine. ER04. Oh, no one? Hate has Spooner in that chapter and Miku. Miku? Hatsune Miku? Don't slander that chapter. Hate on chapter 23 instead. This is my answer, dog. What did he say? Damn, this is the only guy that can. Oh yeah, I think I saw this movie. Crowded panics while. Oh my god. My recommended is going crazy. I'm not touching that. Well, you already seen it. No in between, believe it or not, it's actually the in between. We all seen it. Alright. PGR show. Roland clenches a fist and claps his left shoulder. Following a salute, the knight hurries away. Manhasti seems to see Roland still crying as he runs out of the detention center. I thought worse? Nah. He knows if he posts a link, I will click on it. I think I will change my song though. You have to wait for the next stream. As soon as he exits, Roland wipes the corners of his eyes and finds the nearest room. Closing the door, he activates the comms on his terminal. Calling camera team A9. Everything go okay? Copy. This is A9. Affirmative. Everything seems to confirm that the emergency script. Outstanding performers, Roland. Thank you. Happy to be of service. Call me anytime for further proceedings. How could they possibly let him see a dead character? I'm so busy with meetings and rewriting scripts. If I were a newcomer, I bet I'd just give up right on the spot. The crew's been acting as extras long enough. How could they sleep up like this? The makeup artist and prop team need to be held accountable. Guess we have to have another meeting with the new recruits. No worries, we're professionals, and so are you. This won't be a problem. Omi's up next. An experienced actress like herself really knows how to move the audience to tears. At least I won't have to be there tonight. Another scene like what happened just now and people are going to have a fit on social media. Yes, it's all arranged. Thank you for your hard work, but Yeah, I got it. Before the worker can finish speaking, Roland quickly closes the terminal. Right as Roland's shoulders relax, a dizzy feeling crawls up his spine. A sudden emergency interrupted his sleep. Including the temporary script and the rehearsal, he has not slept for nearly 20 hours. His brain feels like a saturated sponge, unable to fully retain any new information. But I can't rest yet. I have to review more. Activate entrance security. Activation complete. The intricate clicking sound comes from within the old wall as the camera connects with the circuit. Then several footsteps come from the other side door as if someone sat down there. It is a punch-in and alarm mechanoid, the newest model of security mechanoids and the latest version of that old security bot in the launch. The room in which Roland currently finds himself is already guarded by a mechanoid dressed as a peasant. Even the crew has to go through an ordeal to enter the room. Unfortunately for you, dog, I'm a semi-normal person. Nah, he knows I'm gonna click on it. I'll let you know at the end of the stream though, because that has a higher chance to have copyright. If you're evil for your neighbor. The sooner you listen it, the better. Now we're doing it at the end of the stream. You must say hello to your neighbor. Evil? Like, hello neighbor? Think you should go to sleep? Well, Ibuki already went to sleep, but no, if you go to sleep, your legacy will live on in the playlist of the music reaction. Roland waves his hand and an image appears out in front of him. It is a recording of the previous scene playing at different speeds. Because of the uproar tonight, he received a notice from his superiors that all the actors must do their homework before Manhasty makes any further abnormal behavior to avoid any accidents. He picks a chair at random and looks at the screen silently. The main character of the show is Manhasty, who has lived his entire life on screen. The plots over the past few years have had him endure a life of danger. In order to maintain the peace of the city, he has spared no effort to fight against the gangs, fearing the death of his former partner as he forges ahead. That sure is a flattering way of describing him. If we were to have met somewhere else, maybe I... Roland shakes his head and focuses his attention back on the screen. The character Roland is Manhasty's loyal assistant. He is a fearless desperado with an unyielding will. He often helps the protagonist in times of danger, much to the praise of fans. Roland, that is him, but also not him. It is merely a shell that shares the same name. A shell that is admired by fans and wears a hair tie. When he first entered the park, his parents had considered whether he should take a stage name, but he insisted on acting under his own name. Today, that name has gradually developed into a stage name. If his performance continues to go smoothly, he might not even be able to separate the two identities one day. But of course, he has a way of distinguishing the two. He's yawning. He's beat. The images on screen seem to be lulling him to sleep. He can't shake the thought of sleep and his vision begins to blur. I need an espresso. Roland gently waves his hand, causing an aluminum can to fall from the drink machine beside him. With a high dose of caffeine in a single sip, he should be good for several more hours. 20 hours of no sleep, bro? He reaches out and tries to grab the can, but even though it is right next to him, it seems so far away. Gotcha! But right as he is about to chug it, his hand falls to his side. His breathing is calm at first, but then gradually turns to quiet snoring. The caffeinated drink trickles onto the floor, reflecting the screen images that are still playing. Ugh. How are you, neighbor? You went back to swipe the floor at that high school you had to go when you drove drunk? Deserved. We're still in the second node? We are still in the second node. You work hard to pay the debt, good boy. Holy shit. Tell him, Nexus. When Roland wakes up, he's shivering from the cold. Looks like I passed out. Roland rubs his eyes and looks up. On the screen he sees Manhasty and himself putting their lives at risk. Based on the scene, he probably didn't sleep much. Then he realizes what woke him up. The shouting from the earpiece pounds on his eardrum like a sledgehammer. Emergency! The lead! He tries to listen to the message, but the message is muffled. He can only pick out a few key words. What? Is something going on with Mandy again? Good grief. I'm on it. What's his position? No! Roland slowly lifts his arm and cuts the audio playback on the terminal. The screen gradually fades to black, leaving a blank screen. Hello, do you copy? Where is he? I need to... Roland's voice stops abruptly. His eyes sweep across the blank screen and come across a familiar face in the background. Roland. Oh! He realized. Mandy? How are you here? Sheesh. Popcorn scene. Why are you here? Yes, why indeed. I said that I trust you. Why else would I escape to come looking for you? Roland, I have to apologize to you. I told you that everything I did earlier was because I said I saw Kay, but there's more to it than just that. I was patrolling 5th Avenue the other day. As always, it was overcrowded, but I suddenly had a strong impulse, a feeling that I had to do it. I followed the patrol route and went to the outdoor cafe on the roof of Building 7. Chidonle. Can't open the window further, Koala. You have to enjoy it as it is. I followed the patrol route and went to the outdoor cafe on the roof of Building 7. I found a corner out of view and jumped down, then doubled back on the route I just patrolled. Obviously jumping from the 3rd floor hurt like hell, considering I hadn't been trained to jump from such a height. But I didn't care about the pain, I was more focused on what I had seen. 5th Avenue, which was crowded with people just a few minutes ago, was empty. Looks like a scene from 8 acts ago. Dang it, the camera crew was filming a commercial with me at that time. There weren't enough extras in the group, no one reported this oversight to me. Why Roland has so much responsibility about this show? He's just an actor. He should be paid like triple. Unhasty, when I saw that, some random person appeared out of nowhere, got right in my face and started rambling incoherently about thanking me for maintaining the peace. When he left, 5th Avenue was back to being overcrowded again. It was almost like the naked emperor scrambling for clothes after finally being caught. I don't know how long it's been, but after that, every time I'm out on patrol or keeping the peace, something feels off. After that, patrolling and enforcing the law, something was bothering me. I've got this nagging feeling that there's something wrong with this world. Mandy, what are you talking about? Like just now, when I was locked up in the detention center after you left, Omi came to try and talk me out of it. It's just all too coincidental, like it's staged, like something keeps trying to push me in some direction. Oh my god, ABBA vomiting, reading, school face, that is so true right now, you have no idea. Tell me your song if you want it to be on stream. Long time, I can't believe he actually made it to the stream. Let's all applaud ABBA. Let's all applaud ABBA. Wait, is it clap? There you go, this is for you. You did it. You made it. Good job. I'm proud of you. Gonna close work. Have a nice, safe travel home, Rojack. Manhasty. So I broke out to find you. Some of the medical spray from the can I broke earlier got on your shoes. It was just a little, but even then, and despite all the footprints in the police station, how could I mistake my knight's footprints? So I followed the trail here. Applause for me, applause for you. The judge actually called 2 policemen in the court to take him out if he says something stupid because she listened to the evidence beforehand. Did he say something stupid? I truly am great, you truly are great. Manhastia. A lot of people tried to stop me along the way, but I pushed through them. I broke through barrier after barrier. I even knocked over that old man standing in front of the door outside. And as expected, they made no attempt to hurt me, just like that gangster this morning. The more I see, the more I feel that something is trying to stop me. That's why I'm telling you all this. Roland, everything about this world keeps getting stranger, except for you. You're the only one I can trust. But I can't imagine. Roland, are you one of them? Roland's mind races to come up with an explanation, how to weave this into the narrative. Tell him that he's being stalked? Would adding such an extreme shift in the story affect the ratings? Before Roland has time to fabricate an excuse, Manhastia takes a few steps forward, grabs his shoulders and gives him a look of sincerity. No, I know you, Roland. I know you'd never stab me in the back. You're my knight. You're being threatened, aren't you? Forced to participate in this false world. Bro, I don't like how they did this. The inspiration source, it was very good, but like, what the fuck is going on now? It's not really good. It's a letdown. Whatever it is, you can tell me. I need to know. I'll believe whatever you say. Like, it fell down. It was close to be a 9 out of 10, and it's falling down with every click I'm doing. Just tell me, and we can escape. We can leave this false world. You only said stupid things, but not in a violent way. Some people can't be changed. My mother have affairs with 4 people by his opinion. Damn, he did a yo mama on you, bro, and you didn't clap back. That almost got him out. Honest thoughts on the current story. I never got this far. Well, you heard it. On the current, I mean, we finished chapter 16. Nothing fucking happened. They copied Nier Automata. People were saying Liv gonna shine, Liv gonna shine. Liv did not shine in chapter 16, and then they were like, oh yeah, she will not shine. Chapter 16 was just the prelude for chapter 17. And I like Roland more and more. Like even hiddens of chapter 16 and some chapters before 16, Roland was pretty good. Going to it and be right back. Hey, off the mud. Manhastia, I'm begging you, Roland, tell me. Liv will shine? Yeah, Liv will shine to the people that are like caught up with the story, right? I wonder if she's gonna get some character development. Somehow PGR is so afraid of character developing, bro. It's insane. It's like that meme Rojack posted in the community tab, like where are the consequences of chapter 12, man? Huh? Where are they? Who said Liv will shine in chapter 16? All of them, bro. All of them. I'm begging you, Roland. Tell me. Cameras key A4 OC1 power off. Begin playback memories. More work to do. What was that? Roland places his hand on the button at his waist that he always carries as a deputy. Gently pressing a button on the button and taking a deep breath, he bends down, twists his waist, and gives Manhastia a sharp jab to the stomach. After a few screams, Manhastia's body twitches and quickly collapses onto the ground, motionless. Can't go anywhere without my trusty EMP. Breathing heavily, he squats down and lifts Manhastia's motionless head. Having bashed his head from the fall, the wound reveals an intricate mechanoid component. What? Where are you, memory chip? Bingo. Oh, now this is a twist I did not expect. Roland reaches into the mechanoid and pulls out the chip. With the chip in hand, he suddenly collapses onto the ground. His breathing gradually stabilizes, but his body is still shaking, as if the baton in his hand had shocked him, causing his entire arm to tremble. With just a slight touch, the mechanoid has crumbled to the ground just now and lost all functionality. It lays there motionless, like a corpse. It almost feels like stabbing a real person with a knife. He moves his fingers. Sweat from his palms drips down along his arm. For a moment, he thought it was fluid from the mechanoid. Looking at the palm of his hand for a long time, Roland finally confirms that it wasn't a person he knocked unconscious, but a mechanoid named Madhasti. A mechanoid arranged by the show to deceive the audience into making them think they were watching a live broadcast. Roland, are you okay? So where do you think the story peaked for you? For me it was Kowloon War Arc, then it kinda went downhill. Nothing fucking happened in Kowloon War Arc. For me it was chapter 13 actually. Roland did shit in chapter 13, Gabriel did shit in chapter 13, Lucia and Luna did shit in chapter 13, even Commander did shit in chapter 13. A lot of stuff happened in chapter 14, like character-wise. I'm a sucker for character-driven stories, which PGR is clearly not. I think that's why I'm so harsh with the story in this game. Because for me, nothing happens in this story. Like virus evolves, like some politics going on, like some technical and scientific mumbo jumbo, and the world buildings, and then world builds more, and I'm not a fan of all of this. So far, chapter 13 was the best. He wasn't sure how long he had been sitting on the ground. The crew member breaks down the door with a maintenance box. Neferti, you finally made it. I pulled out the memory chip. The team should still be awake by now. Help them wipe the mechanoid's memory. Chapter 12? Yeah, the chapter 12. Didn't you see the funny meme Rojak posted? Where are the consequences of chapter 12, Abba? They're none. They don't exist. The game was trying so hard to make me cry at the end of chapter 12, like, oh my god, Lucia is losing all her memories, and then chapter 12 ends, we're going to the next one, and nothing fucking happens. No consequences. Lucia became a little bit nicer, but, you know, she could have become a little bit nicer without the final boss of chapter 12. The probes team did a lot. Yeah, and wasn't it chapter 13 also when Lucia and Alpha were talking in the like memory data stuff and they synced a bit? A lot of cool shit happened in chapter 13, bro. The red tide appeared and it was scary as fuck. The polyphage. Alpha beat Gabriel. Roland got saved Luna. I love chapter 13. Yeah, but the aura farming, it means nothing if there are no consequences for the aura farming, I'm gonna be real. Roland, the props team did a lousy job, so you'll have to take care of that. Oh, and the security guard at the door, the protocol for not injuring the lead is set too high. I never expected him to resort to violence, that didn't stop him this time, it was an oversight on my part. I think the director should take it from here, I need to go back to the launch. I think the crew might need to change their performance policy and make preparation in advance. Bro, Roland is doing like the second director job at this point. Or the producer. Oh, you're right. Yeah. And the next chapters were all not about the Grey Raven team. And I didn't like it. Like, for me, all the characters are like not moving forward. It's all very static. Roland hands the emergency chip to Nefereti, stands up and staggers to leave. So my hope for chapter 17 is that Liv gonna do shit. Hopefully. But before he can leave, the broad palm of hand grabs his shoulder, stopping him in place and causing him to lose his balance. He falls to his knees with a loud thud. Oh, also, I think I said it after I finished chapter 12. Before getting disappointed about that chapter, because I had high expectation after it. If they would add a line during the boss fight, when the commandant is like, keep you busy until Liv and Lee arrive, and Lucia would be like, Commandant, who are Liv and Lee? That would break me. In the end, she didn't lose anything. I have yet to read it. You didn't read chapter 13? No way. No way. Roland, you look like death warmed over. Nefereti's voice is heavy. Roland can hear that he's trying to keep his voice as soft as possible. It's okay, I get it. I really do. You're exhausted and you're not feeling well. The first time you did something like that, you puked your guts out on set like you actually killed someone. Oh, 17, yeah, me neither. But after that, you regained your composure, smiled and said to me, all cameras on me. You held your own for 10 minutes as we cleaned everything up off screen. You stopped after 16? The people, the boys said chapter 16 is just a prelude to chapter 17, so I'll see. I have high hopes. Back then, Your smile really encouraged us. After that, we knew we'd survive no matter what the accident may be. You don't puke anymore, and we're getting better at dealing with these kinds of situations. You see, even now, even if it is being replayed outside, the audience still feels that our show is real. And for the sake of maintaining this reality, we need to keep it together until the end. We have overcome so many crises. We'll overcome this one too, because you're a professional, and so are we. Nefereti's hand on Roland's shoulder. Let's go. Roland hears several clicks from the operation terminal. The nearest underground lounge is next door. I've already adjusted it to make you feel right at home. I'll deal with the higher-ups. I know you can't share your pain with your family, but at least I hope you can get some proper shut-eye. Oh, you're dipping already? Ah, well. You sure you don't want to leave any song for the playlist, Abba? Well, thanks for coming by. See you in chapter 17. Thanks, Nefereti, but I'm okay. I'm a professional. Roland grins, gets up and looks back. Nefereti kneels over Mandhasti and begins to repair him. Nefereti repairs him. Mandhasti's robotic glass eyes are wide open. Nefereti says it's a characteristic of the model. But somehow Roland feels that, even though he had lost power, he is still looking at him. Your name's Roland. Thanks for saving me. I'm a deputy after all. My duty is to protect my superiors. Don't say that. I need to give you a reward. But recently the station's budget is a bit strapped for cash. It's decided then. From now on I'll make you my knight. Knight? Yeah, that'll do. Legend has it, gallant knights were willing to sacrifice their lives for what they believed in. I've seen that book you carry with legends about knights. I know you're a huge fan. Oh, that? Well, someone gave it to me. That's not important. What's important is that, from what you did just now to save me, I can see that you have glory and strong ideals in your heart that you're willing to sacrifice yourself for. You act and think like a knight. That police uniform of yours isn't exactly what they used to wear, but that doesn't mean you can't be a knight. So, you're a knight. Knight? Yeah, maybe you're right. I have the spirit, don't I? Well, my liege, I shall be your knight. Let us work together for the sake of our shared ideals. Phew, are you alright? You're not hurt, are you? You can speak. Seems like you're still responsive. Good, you're still alive. Sorry, I got a little carried away. When I rushed in to look for you, I had almost given up hope. You survived. Amazing. For a second there I thought that wasn't the real you, like someone was impersonating you. No, what the hell am I saying? That's my knight. It's only natural that an arrow brisk with death leads to a miracle. Well, I'm sorry to stop you just now. You're my knight. Don't worry about it, just a simple misunderstanding. How embarrassing. What's gotten into me? For some reason, I've started to feel like everything around me is fake. How could even you deceived me? No, I don't believe it. You promised. You promised me that you'd be my knight. I see where this is going. No, I know you, Roland. You'd never stab me in the back. You're my knight. You're being threatened, aren't you? Forced to participate in this false world. Whatever it is, you can tell me. I need to know. I'll believe whatever you say. Just tell me and we can escape. We can leave this false world. I'm begging you, Roland. Tell me. This is a flashback for the things that happened in the same node. And Roland vomits. As the best lounge for actors in the park, the underground lounge is completely insulated. Not even an air raid could be heard here. So obviously no one outside will hear the sound of vomiting and crying. He vomits some more. Damn it, how many times has it been, huh? Building such a large studio with the intent of keeping a human caged in it for decades without them realizing it is obviously impossible. But if they were a mechanoid that you could reprogram their memory on and repair, well, then it's easy. The most genuine reaction without the facade of acting, making it the art of our times. All of this was just a lie made up as a commercial selling point. In the end, all the controversies and praises about this program were directed at the non-existent goal. Meaningless, like the lies he said on the comms. Any slip-up will cause the whole thing to come crashing down, then I'll get sent home. It was all just an act, a spur-of-the-moment joke. No matter how many times it comes crashing down, the crew will just rewrite the lead's memory and do whatever it takes to appease the audience as they push Roland and other actors to continue the show. And every time they rewrite it, he ends up throwing up in the dark lounge away from anyone else to see. He pants. Cold and trembling, Roland feels too weak to stand, but he just wipes the corners of his mouth, forces himself up and cleans up the mess. After that, he crashes onto the bed. The bed feels soft. Faint fragrance can be smelled. According to Nefereti, none of the actors can stay awake for more than a minute on it. Yet Roland has never slept well on it. Only after restarting Manthastic has he ever been allowed to use this lounge. And every time he comes here, as soon as he closes the door, acid reflux rushes up from his stomach. After throwing up his guts, he doesn't even have the strength to sleep. A night, eh? If you really wish to knight me, I guess you could call me Sir Pukish a lot or something. That was so funny, bro, laughing my ass off. All thanks to a slip-up from the props team and that scene he caused. That's the identity he got stuck with. But then again, his identity has showed its justification time and time again because of that mechanoid. But with a simple reboot of the mechanoid, any memory of his disappears. Every time Manhasty finds himself betrayed, the trust and despair in the mechanoid's eyes disappear completely under the impact of the EMP. I really envy that about mechanoids. So easy to forget. Roland rolls up his sleeves, revealing numerous scars under the night light. Some were his, some were makeup, but far more were self-inflicted. What the hell? In the scene just now, he had grabbed the mechanoid's arm and told him that he was a real human. His feelings were genuine, he wasn't acting. Hilarious. Just a few hours ago, he said that the show was entirely scripted. But in that moment, Manthasty seemed to be a real human worried for himself and his companions, while Roland was just a robot following a script and the lies in his earpiece. Despicable. He wants to puke his brains out. But instead he cuts his arm to check that whatever flows out from underneath his skin is really blood, not mechanoid fluid. Oh, the edginess, man. Just quit your job. What the hell? This escalated. Like, it's just that guy is just. I don't understand how to react to it. I think that this escalated too quick, man. He's still young and the cut is not deep. It should heal quickly, but it's not as fast as the rate with which he keeps needing to confirm his humanity. The old scars on Roland's arms are replaced with new wounds, just like his memory of Manthasty each time he calls him a knight. Maybe I've got as many battle scars as the knights in those legends. Battle scars. Jesus, man. The word knight dates back to ancient times as a spiritual symbol and often appears in the show. Of course, Roland is familiar with the term, but to prepare for his role, he had to read numerous books on the matter. According to legends, a knight is bound by loyalty to someone in exchange for whatever glory they seek. The knight will face adversity, ready to die for their principles. Whether they are forsaken by their friends and family or stranded in the wilderness, everything is for loyalty. Even if the knight was to die at the hands of his enemy, he would have no regrets. The knight only pursues that which fulfills the ideals of the king. More like a clown. Like a clown trying to fool everyone with his red nose and that painted-on smile. He sighs. Roland sits up and turns to look at himself. That Roland, with his tufts of hair, appears to be in high spirits, not overcome with exhaustion. That Roland. He smiles at Roland, playfully shaking the EMP device disguised as a baton. Oh, Roland, we meet again. Hello there. You don't seem to get enough sleep. Guess you had to deal with Madhaste again, huh? How many times have you been here? It's all due to that guy from the prop team who asked for leave at such an important time. Who knows if the flashback properly connects to the current story. No, the team is gonna have to rack their brains to figure out how to explain this to the audience. Excuses, excuses. Last time it was because there were issues with the set. Before that there was a power failure. Why not tell everyone the truth? Dalit is a mechanoid. His tech is malfunctioning. Lies, deceit. We deceive the audience. We deceive Mandy. We deceive everyone. Yes, it's wrong, but it's just a matter of supply and demand. As long as it makes people happy and entertained, who cares? If enough people earn for this so-called genuine reaction, we shall provide them with what they want. Even if it's just a charade, as long as the audience thinks it's true, then everything is, isn't it? Whether or not he's real, our lies are clever enough to come true. If this facade is realistic enough, he may even be more real than if he was truly human. So don't worry about anything, just go along for the ride, Roland. Don't you have dreams you hope to pursue? Don't you expect to spend time with your family? You've been here all this time because of those dreams, haven't you? The man and woman on this stage are just a group of actors. All actors inevitably leave the stage. Don't worry, as long as you earn enough money, endure enough experience, and live the life you want, Mandy, Knight, and so on, all will become the past. Hang in there, Roland. Hang in there. Roland steps back from the mirror and falls on the bed. The MP baton in his hand falls to the ground. Article 80 of the Employee Handbook says that when you have doubts, you should give yourself psychological counseling. How considerate. Lying to the audience by saying it's a live broadcast, lying to Mandhasti by saying all his adventures are true, lying to Nefereti about being professionals, even lying to Rolmo. How much longer can I live like this? Mom, Dad, Rolmo, I miss you all. I'd love to see what you tell people about me, how you give out that hideous merchandise, how happy Rolmo is with some extra spending money. I really want to get out of this falsehood. I want to escape. Look at me. Who am I putting up the act for? Sheesh, I think that's enough for today. I claimed all of it? No, I didn't. Oh, we need 3 more. Oh my god, that was okay. 62% for saying no. I'm mending the poll, man. Look at this, 17. 8 votes. 62. You were right. You won the vote, guys. You did good. You did good. What's here? Weekly contribution. Let me get the other song link. What do you mean other song link? It's 1 song per person, Nexus. Didn't you post already the song? To the Limit by PGR. Try. And okay. Yes, I'll just do this. Bam. Bam. You might have listened to that one in Pain Cage. Maybe, but you know. What about the other people? Either's boss, physical buff. You are going to leave that. So you want me to like not listen to the limit? And put Skitter's boss, physical buff? Choose, decide quick. Finally, music reaction. Yeah, it is time. Who put the sound to Chrome? Tell me, Nexus. Tell me. Are we removing to the limit? You know what? While you're moving, I'm gonna start. First one is even this is by Ibuki, by former Cantarella. Let's listen. Damn. He's shredding. Alright. Alright. Damn. That wasn't a song, man. That was a how long is 7 minutes? It had like 4 parts. The man was shredding. The girl has pipes. And then they combined it. And then they played separately again at the end. I wonder, is this like inspired by the BRS OST in chess, but this is the highest level? Put hard metal on damn chess minigame. Oh, it was from a minigame? Yeah, I don't remember the BRS OST. I guess this is more original. That is crazy. So this is a most listened moment. It is for the BRS collab. Yeah, I wonder if it's like inspired by the original OVA OST, you know, from the anime. That's crazy. So many things happen in this song. I was starting to think around like 3rd minute it's a loop. It's like an extended mix, but no, the song kept like building on itself and going even further beyond. 200% inspired by BRS. Good song, good song. A little bit too long, but it's well crafted. I'll give them that. The man, Vanguard Sound Studio, yeah, they know their job. I approve. Let's go to the next one. It has that old vibe on it. People can still make songs like that. Alright, this is Antablast. Oh, stay out of my way. It's happy hour. Who sent this? I forgot. Well, time will listen to it. Okay, let's go. Alright. Alright. It was okay. I see, Rojak, it's your song. You said whenever you have to escape a level in this game, this song plays. Yeah, I think it's a little bit monotone, and I guess it works better in the context of the video game, of the gameplay. But the guitar was shredding as well, so I can respect that. So I say it's okay. Yeah, it's surely not as epic as Evan's Gambit. Alright, so Nexus, you're like, want me to put the other song instead of To The Limit, right? So, in that case, we'll listen to The Limit some other time. I want this one. Do this. Yo, what? Oh, it's a mixage. Aldauge in quad. And we are deleting To The Limit one. It's pretty good, pretty good. This is a good background song. Yeah, I won't save it in my playlist, but it's good. Next time, yeah, next time To The Limit. All right, let's listen to the Heaven Pierce Her. Who sent this one? Yeah, that was the heaviest song we listened today. It was Surprise Dogs. Guitar is good, but it's a bit uneventful. It was a bit it was like pressurizing. Is it also from a video game? Full of Hell Ultra. Yeah, it's from Ultra Kill. I see. That makes sense. So I guess it once again, just like most of video game soundtracks, they probably work way better in the context of the gameplay. So since I don't know the gameplay, I don't know. Maybe it's way better when you play the game. In all fairness, I do hear the heaven piercing something, piercing her. It's in the same place. Yeah, it makes sense. My song will come. It will break through everything. He believes. All right, and this is Mahir's song, right? Let Tumi Yayo now. All right, gonna be our first like lyric song.
Nobody knows how much I'm vibing on you. Can't stop my eyes from falling for you. Shake it to me, bolo na shake it to me. Anmone jar hashi, etota bhalobashi. Mone akashe batashe ঘুরিয়ে বেরিয়ে শুধু যে তোমাতে me tomari deheri gorone dekhiya mon je bolite jay. Oh me kotha na koya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. Oh me monna diya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. Oh me kotha na koya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. Oh me monna diya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. There's something about you makes me crazy for you. There's something about you makes me feel like I need to be with you. Eka ami, tobe ki eka ami, monete morubhumi, shekhane eshe tumi, mon pipasha metate rekho na me, tumi kono ছলনাতে, মন ভুলিতে পারে না শোনো না মে, আমায় যেও না ছেড়ে, শুধু তুমি। You gotta give me your love, mami. Baby, give me your love, achi. You gotta give me your love, Johnny. You gotta give me your love. Oh me, kotha na koya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. Oh me, monna diya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. Oh me, kotha na koya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. Oh me, monna diya tumi saiyo na, tumi saiyo na. Don't go from my heart, girl. You know me loving you from the start.
I know exactly why you like this song, Nexus.
Nobody better than you, you're a star, girl. The way you push it and you push it and you whine, tell your body is a vibe. I could take it to the night. Oh, yeah, you never wanna ever leave your side. Need a side, need a side. You know me love you long time, girl. The way you look into my eyes, girl. Me not ever wanna see you walk away. Come me wanna give you loving every day. Don't leave me now in heartbreak, girl. Make you feel alright and okay, girl. To me say you know, me I'm never gonna leave your side, baby. Oh me, kotha na koya tumi jaiyo na. Oh me, mon na diya tumi jaiyo na. Yeah, yeah. Oh me, kotha na koya tumi jaiyo na, tumi jaiyo na. Oh me, mon na diya tumi jaiyo na, tumi jaiyo na. Oh me, kotha na koya tumi jaiyo na, tumi jaiyo na. Oh me, mon na diya tumi jaiyo na, tumi jaiyo na.
What did you say? Alright, Nexus, my question to you. Can we consider that song Amanya? Be honest with me. Here's the link. Take it. Let me send it to you. I got you. I got you, Mahir. So that's a Bangladeshian manya, Dexus. Do you agree with me? I don't know what to say. Yeah, I guess it's catchy. Definitely not my type of music. I don't know. Yeah, I don't fucking do it, man. It feels like I heard this song before, just because it sounds like a manya. They're not. I don't. I had not. I have nothing. I don't know what he's singing about. Probably a love song. I hope there's nothing indecent. It's an okay song. A bit, but it's still very far. I see. Sounded to me like that. I don't know. All right, Nexus, it's your time to shine. Let's go. I think I know this song. Yeah, I know this song. What anime is that even? That's a good song. Most epic battle anime OST. There used to be a channel called like this, MK Alias. What anime is this? Still remember this song be used in Iron versus Lex. I see. I think a Moldovan guy that remixes music made the remix for this one. Means Raiden. He's not taking down. MK alias. Raiden. Yeah, this one. Yeah, you know this mix? The Sawaso OST, yeah, it's the Attack on Titan guy, right? Damn, he even used the same, like, vocal woman? By the way, if I'm not mistaken, Raiden used to draw his own art for his videos. Contact. Oh, no. Maybe not. He used to draw as well. I don't know what's happening, what he's doing these days. From Aldona Zero. I don't know the anime, but I know the song from this guy. That was big. That was I think that was like the second best song for today. And for the closure, I have to promote my shit. Let's see, what can I show you for the end? Yeah, let's watch this one. 11 years ago, Anime is Mid song from that anime is Peak. Recreators? No. Alright, that's it. Show's over. Guilty Crown. How did how did you start talking about Guilty Crown? I didn't see Guilty Crown. By the way, the soundtrack in Kill la Kill, isn't it made by the same guy that did the Bleach and Berserk? Yeah, but so far, my favorite for today was the PGR soundtrack. Who would have guessed it? And the second one was, of course, the MK Ali. Yes. And the third one probably Heaven Piercer. I like more heavier stuff than Anton Blast OST. Yeah, that's my peak. That I mean peak, like that's my ranking. Guilty Crown peak though. I believe you. It's Savano's music that did Kill la Kill actually. Savano as well? Wasn't it the Bleach guy? Hard to compete with that. Well, yeah. Anyway, that's about it for today. Tomorrow probably gonna be more to XKO. So don't forget to rest, because resting is productive. Good night everybody, have a good one. Here, take this.